Google hates them, users are annoyed by them, and they cause serious issues with your SEO. Yes, 404s are a major problem and you need to make sure they're nowhere near your website. Hey guys, my name's Mate, and in this video I'm going to talk about why you need to be careful of 404s and how to fix them on your website. So firstly, what are 404s? So a 404 error occurs when someone tries to access a link that doesn't actually exist on your website. Most commonly, this is because a page used to be there and then was removed, and now if you try and go to that address of that page, you'll get a 404 error. However, they can also come up if someone is just typing in random URLs, in which case a 404 is actually appropriate to show. Now this might happen if someone is trying to find a vulnerability with your website or some other things just to see if pages exist. So they might just try type things out and see what happens. So in that case, you actually do want a 404 to show up. However, in this video, I'm going to concentrate on when it was a real link and now it isn't, and people are getting there accidentally and it's showing up a 404. So that's what we're going to cover here. So when you land on a 404, typically you get taken to a page that looks something like this. So what's the big issue with 404s? Well, the issue with 404s is primarily that they're a bad user experience. So people are expecting to find the page that they're looking for or an answer to their query, and instead they get hit with a blank page that says, sorry, what you want is not here, and nobody likes to hear that. So as a result, Google doesn't like 404s and they'll quickly remove them from the search results so that users don't click on them and end up on that website. What also can happen is that if you do happen to have a 404 and people land on it, you'll get a very high bounce rate because people are just going to leave immediately, and that doesn't help your SEO either. So the issue with that is if you have a page that was ranking on Google and became a 404 for whatever reason, say you edited the URL to make it a bit better, and now the old URL is causing 404 errors, Google's going to remove that from their rankings, and now you just lost the ranking position. And now it's going to be much harder to get that back as well. Google also doesn't like it if links within your website are causing 404s, even if that page doesn't necessarily rank or didn't used to necessarily rank, because again, it's creating a bad user experience, so they will generally penalize you for having them on your website. So how do you even know if you have 404s? Well, if you've set up Google Search Console, there is a report that will show you a list of all the 404s on your website. So I'll show you how to go into that now. So here we're in the dashboard of Google Search Console. Basically what you want to do is you want to go to coverage under index here on the left. You click on coverage, and then when you scroll down, you'll see 404 errors here. So because I don't have any, it's not showing up. But if I tick these two boxes, you'll see here that it says excluded, not found, 404. This is where you'll find your 404 errors. So if you clicked on this, it would open up here and you would get a list of all the 404s. So that's basically how you check if you have 404s on your site. So how do you solve these 404s? Well, what you need to do is redirect any link that is no longer active to a page on your website that is. So what you want to do is redirect that link to whatever the next most relevant page is. So don't just send everyone to the home page from all those links. What you want to do is find whatever page is appropriate and send them to that page so that the people who go to that link are still ending up on something useful and finding the content that they want. If there isn't a specific page to send people to, in that case, you can send them to the home page. Now you do this by creating a 301 redirect. Now I'm going to show you two ways that you can do this. One with a WordPress plugin and the second one to do it manually within cPanel. So first, let's go into redirecting the 404 within a WordPress using a plugin. I'm going to show you how to do that now on my website. Okay, so now we're in the dashboard of my website, and this is how you install the plugin in order to make the 404 redirects on your website. So what you want to do is go to plugins and hit add new plugin, and then search for redirection. This is the plugin that I like to use, so I'm just going to show you how to use that one because I've been using it for a long time and it works well. And this is the plugin that I like to use. So you want to hit install now, let it do its thing quickly, and then hit activate. And now you can find the plugin by going to tools, redirection. And here is the plugin. So you got to go through the setup process to make it work. So basically just hit start setup. I like to click this one because what this does is it keeps track if you change URL of any page on your website, it'll automatically create a redirect. So if by some chance you have a link going to the old URL, it'll automatically redirect it to the new link. So I like to choose that one. Then hit continue. Now you can choose to import existing redirects. So I generally do, so tick that one. Basically that means if there were any other redirections before, this will import them and set them up. So I'll do that and hit continue. It's going to do its thing now, just to install. Okay, once you get good, just click finish setup. Let it do its thing. Okay, then hit continue. Continue, and now ready to begin. And now you're in the plugin, so basically you can start setting up your redirects. Now you can see here how it's pulled up my previous redirects, so that's what it's going to do if you import them. These are a few that I had from before. So now I'm going to show you how you can actually use this plugin. So basically, you just scroll down here, and here you got source URL. So let's say, for example, you want to set up your redirect. What you want to do is you want to put the old link in source URL. So in this case, I'm going to go /example link. Okay, just for the purpose of this video. And then what you want to do is target URL is put the one you want to use. So in this case, I'll do example, I'll do new page. Okay, and then you would hit add redirect. And that's it. So now if you go to example link, it'll redirect you to new page. So let's just try that. It's going to end up on a 404 page, but because I don't have the other one, but you'll see here. You see how I did the redirect and now we're at new page? That's how you do that. So that's it. That's how you set up the redirect. And if you've done it correctly, make sure you test it. So just go to the old URL, usually by clicking that. So for example, if we hit this one, you'll see what I'm talking about as a test. This should take us to the new page that it's redirected to. So you can see now we've landed on the actual page, which means that the redirect is working. So make sure that you test it, make sure that it's working, and that's how you set it up with the plugin. Now here is how you set up the redirect manually by going into cPanel and editing your files. So you want to log into cPanel, and once you're in cPanel, you want to hit File Manager. And once you're in File Manager, go to Public HTML. And this is where you're going to find the file to edit. So we're looking for the htaccess file. You can see this one's got .htaccess. That's the one you want to edit. Now just be aware, if you can't see the file in this list, it's definitely here. What you need to do is go to Settings and then just click Show Hidden Files. So for example, if I remove that, you'll see how now it's gone. So now I'm going to go back into Settings, hit Show Hidden Files, or .files in brackets, and then you're going to see it here, htaccess. And there you go, that's the file that you want to edit. So you just right click, hit Edit, and then hit Edit. Now it is a good idea to copy all of this and save it, just in case you screw something up. So I would recommend that you copy this and save this as a backup in like a notepad or something, just so that you have a backup in case something goes wrong. But basically now, all you need to do is type in redirect 301, and now you put the initial link that's now the broken link. So we'll go sample page like before, and then you put a space, and now you put it to wherever you want to go. So you click new link, for example, if that's the new page, and that's how you add it. And then you just click save changes, and that's it. Now if you need to do more than one, all you would do is take that and just make it on the second line, but let's just say sample page 2, new link 2. And then you have the second one, and you can just make multiple, however many you need. You just go down the list and make them. So now if we were to go to my website and type in sample page, let's go sample page 2, it should redirect us to the URL new page 2. And you can see there we're now on new link 2, so that redirect worked. So just make sure again that you always test every time you implement one of these so that you know that it works, and that's basically it. So just make sure you've also hit save changes once you've added these into the file, and that's it. Now your redirect should be working. So that's it. That's all there is to it. That's how you add the redirects to your website, either by plugin or manually through cPanel. And then once you've done that, again, make sure to test your redirects to make sure that they're actually working once you've implemented them. And then that's it. That's all you need to do. Now the old links will be redirecting to the new links, and you won't have any problems. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, just let me know. Otherwise, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.